Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will talk about a very interesting topic relating to biometrics. Actually, I forgot my power supply for my laptop at home, so I had to recover some of the slides. Okay. Electronic Business Transactions Company. We started in 1999. We are recognized for developing smart business applications, especially integration, especially in biometrics and multimodal biometrics. We are the preferred vendor for Fortune 100 companies in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia, where we mainly operate. We have continuous research and development in relation to the software development and integration between different biometric models to have a hybrid system. We are an employee-owned company, and we do employ highly skilled people to plan and design and implement solutions in the market, and we match them for the degree. And we are very good in converting ideas into practical implementations. We have no limits in IT, especially in security and biometrics. Anything that requires our expertise in integrating different solutions into one infrastructure is our specialty. And we do continuous training and updating for our staff to be always up to date with the information in the market. We offer business applications, ERP, biometrics, monitoring, surveillances, time attendance, access control. And again, we try always to incorporate all these technologies into one system and make the customer utilize one solution for everything. Today's topic will be iris while in motion, acquisition of images on the fly for iris recognition. Biometrics maybe started in the 1800s. It started on a slow pace, maybe due to the little companies that were interested in exploring and penetrating that industry. But for the last 10 years, maybe, we see biometrics everywhere, almost in homes, offices. So I think that increased demand, created, more, for the companies to invest in research and development. So we have seen many technologies evolving. Common solutions in the market for iris requires a level of cooperation by the subject. So if we really have an iris scanner, then we need to help the subject to be standing at a certain level, at a certain distance, in a certain way, in order to capture that image. And that really creates a problem. The three-dimensional spatial volume and the temporal extent related to the capture volume as well is very important. So we need to have reduce the temporal extent as opposed to the spatial volume, which needs to be relatively higher and bigger. The top two reasons for a participant's overall experience of the iris enrollment being worse than expected are time taking to record and the need to stay still, according to a study by ATIS Origin. And that's a fact. That's even a fact for fingerprint, where you have to place your finger in a certain way and to avoid having a wet finger, sometimes greasy fingers, and all these kind of things that we know about fingerprint in particular. Issues regarding the ease of use during verification and recognition versus the enrollment. When you enroll a person, you will do it one time, but if you're doing verification or identification, then it needs, it is very important to penetrate that area, because you have to, as he said in the previous presentation, we need something quicker to do the matching and to actually have a higher throughput for quick identification. The new iris technology improves over the existing ones. As we said, capture volume, spatial, and temporal extent, which is the area where you have a subject moving, and it's the area where you find the iris. So if you have a volume of this size, then you will have to have a subject moving into that vertical and horizontal measures in order to capture that iris. Decreased acquisition time. So in case of the normal iris in the market, and which was rejected by one of our customers due to the impracticality of using it in that particular situation, which is patient identification. And it's one of the very known iris in the market now, and it was almost #1 in the recent NIST competition. But the thing is, it requires the person to move that iris back and forth until it really recognizes the person, or capture that image in a specific and way with a quality image. So the purpose of this new technology is to decrease that time in acquiring the image. Increased standoff, where you stand at a distance, about 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meters, okay? And that will actually, speed up the process as well. Capturing the iris image from moving subjects, which is really one of the important factors of this new technology, where you capture the iris while in motion, as opposed to capturing it while you stand still. The iris while in motion technology can capture the iris and face as well in motion, up to 3 meters per second, and at a distance of up to 30 feet today. Perform biometric matching with extraordinary accuracy and reliability. In fact, we can use that hardware to solve the issue of capturing iris images while at a short distance. At the same time, we can use existing algorithms incorporated into one location or at the borders. And what we will do is actually speed up the process of capturing those iris images, but at the same time using the same iris engine to do the identification. They are extremely easy to use and offer significantly greater throughput, person and vehicle as well. We will see one of the products used for vehicles. So they offer actually an end-to-end biometric-based solution, hardware, software to acquire in-motion biometrics at a distance, and the software to match in-motion biometrics acquired at a distance in real time. But as we said, we can use the hardware components of the system in order to capture the images and then use them with existing iris engines employed at certain locations. For the opportunity for this is really high, because we have over $40 million invested over the last years in research development in access control solutions. Maybe the pigeon box is one of the solutions as well that has been going through lots of enhancement and research and development. So still to control access to certain areas it is really a hot market. We have a broad range of products with capability not found in any existing biometric-based access control products, including the accurate at a distance and in-motion biometric recognition with high throughput. It's an innovation that really, solve a problem with today's available technologies. The technology itself, yes, yeah. The technology itself actually incorporates different components, infrared illuminators, optics, lenses, CMOS sensors, and each one actually is configured at a certain parameters. For example, the illuminators to avoid blurs and to avoid actually reflections from sunglasses or normal glasses with certain frames that will reflect on the image and at the end will give a bad quality image. The same thing for the CMOS sensor that is being used. It's a progressive scanner, not an interlaced, which could cause again some limitation on capturing a quality image. So there are certain things that actually done for that technology enable to give a good result. There's a proprietary software as well, but as I said, we can use the same infrastructure employed by customers. There are multiple pending real-world deployment of the product. Pentagon, Bank of America, Mexico borders. Every day, billions of people around the world use cards, so they use pins to access, to do transactions over ATM, to do purchasing online. So there's a need for quick and easy way to and highly secure way to actually do such transactions. This is some of the markets that we address for the technology. And again, physical access control is one major area of this technology, logical access control as well, because we see many software developed, around the current, the freely available network, internet, intranet. So we see more software coming in and deployed in organizations requiring such highly secure product. This is almost near the end. We have a range of market-ready solutions. And the first one from the far left, actually, it's an overhead type of solution where you walk and look at that camera mounted at that height. And in fact, I can give some of the data there. The first product goes like for 50 persons per minute, moving at 1.5 meter a second, and standing off 1.2 meter. And the volume where the iris can be captured is about 61 centimeter by 21 centimeters, but that changes when you move toward the overhead camera. The second product actually is a special product to be mounted at a parking lot where the vehicles start moving and approach that scanner while staring at the camera, and it will do 12 vehicles per minute. The third product there, it's a wall mount, can be used for access control or for border control as well. And the way it is mounted is, at a lower level where you can just walk and look at that product from, a higher view. And this actually gives a chance for, short people as well to use it. The fourth one is portable, where you can use it, at any form of. The last product is for USB, and this is where we want to go for consumers actually to have a very secure device with access to data. The last slide is on other technologies that are evolving. There's one missing in the middle. I couldn't find it on the internet for SAGEM, the wave type of technology. I thought it's confidential. So I couldn't find an image for that. But these are some of the products that are actually evolving to the market. The first one is reading fingerprint at 2 meters. And this one actually is doing touchless fingerprint. And it's a very unique product. Maybe next summit we will talk about it in details. Briefly, it's nearly 100% enrollment, nearly 100% in capturing all the minutiae in your finger, and it actually takes it nail to nail instead of just capturing a small area. And we've seen people using many devices for enrollment, and they fail to enroll in these devices, but not on this device. And we had many experience with old people and similar type of people where we were successful in enrolling those people that we are not able to enroll in other devices. And when we say other devices, we talk about 6, 7 from the low, mid, and high level. This is based on one research that there was a product before that. It's a 3D again, but with 2 mirrors on the side. This company took the initiative and they built a bigger device, but eventually that it works with 3 cameras. And what they do actually is they have a special type of this product where you have a true 3D image of the finger, a rolled equivalent, which then can be sent to the database for matching against current records. And to answer maybe one of the questions on how to, not cross borders, but maybe fly within certain limits, is actually, this Mr. Benoit, I think, last year talked about the converting the biometric into public and private. And if we always can have our public key with us, then the matter of matching against that public key will be very easy and requires no database. And this is one approach that we still think about, and we are still studying that with TBS, because that technology can be used with any scanner. But the TBS offers us nearly 100% enrollment. So using this expensive scanner will work all the time, according to the experience we had with greasy, very dirty fingers, even marked fingers. It will just work. Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.